My film is about the evolution of Gondar, who makes Gondar from an outsider perspective, who watches, who sees Gondar. My name is Nanke Khoman, and I'm from CD department. So I landed on the concept of Indian art and craft was because of my internship. I did my internship at Frogmag. So over there, what they do is take Indian craft and art and they convert it into products so that people can engage with it easily. So that is where I started seeing different type of Indian crafts and Indian monuments and everything. And it actually excited me that there's so much history in India, which I guess my age students, we don't look at that much. We are so much into modernization and minimalism right now. So I just ignored all that. So it just brought something in me that I want to study it more. So that was my starting point of this whole journey. So after coming back to college, I started studying about different arts all over the India. Like in Punjab or in Haryana or in Jammu, if you go, wherever in India you go, you find art. That was my starting point. And yeah, in Gondar, I actually landed because of my internship only. The mentor I had over there, Shalini Ghosh, she had people on contact so that I could go to the place where Gondar is made and, study how it is done, where do the people belong from and all that. So I started my research with secondary research. I did all the study online before starting my primary research because I wanted to understand the concept, the art, the history, the evolution, which is already present and already done by a number of people. So I studied all that. I did my research paper on that, and then I went to my internship office. I got in contact with the ma'am. She made me connect to the people of that village. I went there. I stayed there for a few days with them in their house with one of my friends. I thank her a lot to come along because it was a very difficult time staying there. So I studied. I used to observe them from day to night, from what they eat, when they eat, how do they work, how do they get in contact with people who give them work, and what is the future in the generation, which are the kids, what are they willing to do, what are the past generation, what have they done. I did all that. So that was my primary research I did. And then I interviewed a number of artists. All the artists I could go. I used to go to their house. I used to eat with them. I also danced with them. I had a lot of fun also. So that was my journey of having a primary research. Then I came back and then I organized everything. And along with that, I rechecked my secondary research because it's again, secondary research is another person's point of view. So yeah, I'll recheck some of my secondary research, and that is from where I started coming up with the ideas and the narratives of my film. So my film includes a mixed medium, which is pixelation, stop motion, animation and documentary, live footage from the village. So it's a mixture of everything, cut and paste style, everything you could find over there. And that was because when I came back from there, I went through all the narratives I got from the village, the stories, the bedtime stories they told me, everything I could get out of it. I wrote down all the stories, but that was something, it was their story. I wanted to show something about the village, the essence of the village. I wanted to convey that. So I left all that. I came to the village, I studied the major observations I could get, and that is from where I went to the village. An artist from Delhi, a designer from Delhi, who went to a village in MP in Patangarh, stayed there for a while. I had a very different point of view. Then I came back and now I have a different point of view because that is now a story is also about, and that is what I wanted to show also. I went to Delhi Art, I shooted also. So there's a video also, like a literal shoot, acting, everything happening. Then I took the real footage of the village which I made over there, and I made animation of the Gond art over there because people and the art, it's codependent kind of. Art exists because of the artist, and the artist also exists because of the art. So yeah, there's they're living together. That is an animation or real footage, and I have shown myself using pixelation in the film throughout. So I want to show people where do the artists live. So place do they come from, which kind of house do they live in, which kind of place we live in a city area, and many people cannot even imagine how they sleep and what they sleep on the floors. The art which is sold for 1 lakh, 2 lakhs outside, the artists are sleeping on the floor. They don't have money. People have no clue these days. So I am somewhere not directly pointing out to that, but somewhere showing that, along with showing the difference of like, it's commercial art. It's Gond art, it's traditional art, but it's at the same time, it's very famous just because it's commercial art. So what's the value of that? And what's the importance of that? So that is my, overall, I want people to kind of think from that point of view also. So when I went to Patangarh and I came back, I actually, I had recorded all the interviews and even the chit-chats I had done with them, randomly sitting at night at the fireplace and we were chit-chatting. I recorded everything. When I came back, I listened to everything. Again, I noted down everything, like what is where, which information I could get. And along with the videos, photos, I did the same. I organized in a proper way. And then I started working on my design process. So it was very difficult for me in the starting. I was kind of very happy when I came back. And I could see that place, Patangarh, as a happy place. Irrespective of anything. I saw it as a happy place. So I tried to include everything what I experienced over there. What not only I, any person who from a city would go to that place and would experience, I tried to show everything. I included, my narrative was so huge that I think if I would have tried making that, it would have been a 2-3 hours long animated documentary film, which would not have been possible. So I had to short it down so much. And I guess from my point of view, it was very difficult because I thought every bit of it was very important. It took me a real good time to just cut it down to I had actually cut it down from my point of view to a 6-minute film, which again, when I started working on it more, it turned into a 10-minute film. So that was a huge problem because it's again only a 4-month MDB, and from there I had only 2 months to actually work on the design part of the film. That was a huge challenge for me. I would really like to thank Shah Ahmed. So he helped me throughout the process, even at the point of where I was doing my primary research. He used to call me, he used to ask me, what did you ask, what was going on, what not, everything. So yeah, he helped me a lot to, go from just to primary and having raw footage to a 10-minute long film right now. Yeah, during my final jury, I got really nice feedback, which I think from the point of from where we and Sir and everybody who helped me, like Anandita and some of the seniors who were working with me on this film, were helping me out. I think we all were started, like it had been a while. It was like 3 months we were continuously seeing one and the same thing. So having a point of view from like an outsider, I figured out a lot of things. Like it's a huge narrative, like so open-ended. I have that perspective that there's so many mini narratives in that whole film that I can actually cut it down, and I think I need to work on the film even now. I will actually, and yeah, that is because of the external feedback I got. I want my film to be archival, not just to look with a happy starting with a happy ending and then you forget. It's an open-ended title. Any person who sees the film, so it's my film. It's about the evolution of Gond art, who makes Gond art from an outsider perspective, who watches, like who sees Gond art. So that is, it's all about ki kahan se aaya Gond art. It's that basic thing. So, and you cannot point it directly ki who is the hero of Patangarh, like Gond art. Patangarh is famous because of Gond art. And who is the hero, you cannot specify, because there was a guy named Jangar Singh Shah who changed the traditional art in such a way that you cannot recognize. It's a different version of it now. So is he the hero, or is the people of that village who have continued that art after him, or is it the art itself which was that good that it is helping people to earn or not. Or maybe there's again one another person who helped that Changar Singh Sham reach to a point that there was a professor, J. Swaminathan from NID, who helped him, reach a certain point that it could become one painting, the worldwide famous painting. So is he also? He can also be the hero. I mean, it's open-ended. It's your interpretation that what you want and what do you think of it. The primary research, when I went to that village, so I stayed there for 10 to 15 days, and I had gone from. So that was from Patangarh to, then I went to Amarkantak also, because some of the artists, they leave their families and find another room where they can actually work. So I went there also. So at the time when I was in Patangarh, I had in this I would like to thank Sakshi ma'am. She helped me, she gave me a task, go and draw your 5 major experience that you had. It was a completely different experience. I'd never even thought of that anything like that could ever happen. I mean, it was so shocking and surprising for me at the same moment. And another thing I saw when there was me being from this generation, I've seen that somewhere I want to do better than my parents, and my parents want me to do better than them, and it's kind of pressurizing now. I have seen this with my friends also, with a number of people, my brothers, sister, everybody. So I've seen that everybody's pressurized these days over here. But over there, they don't care. They want their kids to be happy. If they kind of have gone that in the back of their mind, ki chalo, if nothing else, they'll do this, and they'll, this can help them earn fame and money both. So that was also a very nice thing to see. That is why when I came back from there, it was it's a happy place. I want to go back there. And I will actually once. So shortly after I apply for my film, I will go back there once. So my starting of this journey was from 11th. I was a non-medical student. So, and I changed instantly at the end of non-med that I'm going to do humanities. I'm going to art side. I like drawing a lot. I remember my parents did not talk to me for a month. They were like, you're not doing this right, and all that happened. So when I came in 12th, I started searching about different designing because I liked art and you need a livelihood, and find that